code here tells the computer what your game controller can do. It tells it that it's a joystick, it tells it that it's also a gamepad, and right here I'm telling it that I have 2 buttons available. The next one tells us if there's a D-pad, which I've got set to 0, so no D-pads. I have an analog X and Y axis, there is no Z axis on this one, and everything else is turned off. So as far as the computer's concerned, I have 2 digital buttons and 2 analog axes, so 1 thumbstick controller. And that's all the computer needs to know about how to use our Arduino. We move down to setup, we can see here I've got pin 2 set as an input, and this is what we've been using for our first button, because remember it was wired into ground and digital pin 2. To add my second pin, I'm going to need to tell the Arduino to set up digital pin 3 as an input, which means we can now connect a switch to that and it will function. And that's 2 of the 3 pieces we need to do. The Arduino sets up the joystick here, and down here is our main loop. Main loop is where everything happens. And in here, you can see the code for the first pin. We read digital pin 2, which is called digital read, and if it is low, meaning the button is pressed, we tell the joystick to set button 0 to on. Now this is else, which means the opposite, so we can read this as if digital read 2 is not low, so as in if the button is not pressed, we tell the joystick to set button 0 to off. You can imagine it's not very complicated to do the same for button number 3. So we're reading, our second button is digital pin 3, yes? And if digital pin 3 is pressed, we want to set our next button to on, otherwise we set our next button to false. So buttons count starts from 0 on this, so button 1 is actually the second virtual button. With this done, we should be able to upload it and we should have a 2-button joystick, a 2-button gamepad.